uh, Mrs. Diddy's brother is coming down.
Oh, nice.
My brother-in-law is coming down, so maybe we'll go see it while he's here, and we'll go see it in IMAX.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, if they're still playing it at Udvar,
yeah,
they may be requiring masks in there. I don't know for sure, but they might be.
I don't know. Some places are.
Hey, listen, being out and about in New Jersey, ain't nobody wearing a mask.
Oh, man. Yeah, we went to St. Louis. There were no masks. There wasn't a mask to be seen.
Out there looking like weirdos.
Oh,
masked up. They're like, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing that?
Yeah. No, we went with the flow, and we did not do that to them. But alrighty, we ready? Let's
do a thing.
Let's do a thing here. In 3, 2, 1. Howdy folks, and welcome back to Joystick and Mouse, video game news and reviews for all you filthy casuals out there. I'm Don, I go by Diddy in the gaming community. With me this evening, as always, is Jay Dimes.
What's going on, people?
This is episode 143, and today is August 29th, 2022. And on this program, the EA saga continues. We wax poetic through an imaginary game world of Arkham. And it looks like there are some new video games inspired. Looks like there are some new video game inspired movies on the horizon, and Sony is in deep shit again.
Yeah, they always find themselves in those places, don't they?
Man, they've been on a roll. They are on a roll. So how you been? It's been a minute since we recorded.
Yeah, good, man. I just came back from New Jersey last night. We went up for a couple of days to hang out with my sister, and went to see Top Gun again.
That's
cool.
For
the second time. My sister hadn't seen it, so we took her to enjoy the Tom Cruise stylings in, was it the F-14? I think F-14 is what he was flying.
That's a good question. I don't know. The new movie, were they flying F-14s?
Well, I think they weren't flying the new plane.
So did they? Was this like? So I know it was a remake. Did they put it in?
Well, it's not really a remake.
Did they put it in current context, or did they put it back in?
So the plot of the movie is that Maverick comes back to train a new generation of Top Gun pilots.
I see.
And the reason they need him is because they have to fly an older plane for a mission.
Oh, okay. So they're not flying F-16s or
no 16s,
the new
no
F-23s.
Yeah, none of that. Good old fashioned Tomcat.
I see. So I have not partaken of that particular film yet. I will have to do that.
You have seen the first one though.
I have seen the first one. Yes.
Okay.
Several times. I feel like that's one that would be better. I don't know if I can bring myself to go to a theater yet, but
and we had this conversation because I think you can buy it now on iTunes. It's like $20.
Yeah, that's true.
But I really do feel like, even if you have a huge TV, right? Like even if you had like a TV, I still feel like it's a movie that benefits from having a huge screen. Like we talked about going to see Nope. And Nope is a movie that it's a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
you don't need to see it in the theater.
You have to see it on the big screen. You'll get the gist looking at it on a 55. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Top Gun should be seen in a theater on the big screen, IMAX if possible. I'll tell you a movie that should not be seen in a theater, and I'm not sure if it should be seen by anybody ever again. So, Mrs. Diddy and I sat down last weekend and we watched the Zack Snyder Justice League over 2 days because it is 4 freaking hours long.
Yeah. It's a long one.
DC, what the hell are you doing? Seriously.
But there are people that like that version of the movie.
I don't even know about that version. The movie's terrible. It's terrible.
I did not mind the theatrical version of that movie. And the idea is that the Snyder version fixes a lot of the things that people griped about in the first movie. In the first version, there are some clear disconnects in the story versus what Snyder wanted to do and what Whedon essentially came in and did. And it left some gaps. I haven't finished the Snyder version, and I'll probably have to start it back from the beginning again because it's been that long since I started it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I guess I'll walk that back a little bit. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't. Probably say it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Wasn't good either. It was.
I
okay.
think it's a movie that, for true judgment, requires you to have seen the original one.
All right, maybe I'll go watch the original and compare them.
And that's how you get the proper context for it.
It may be better than the first one, and I will say there weren't any gaps. I understood where they were going with everything, but it was so tropey, and it was so predictable, and it was just
Yeah.
Oh, we won't spoil it. I mean, it's been out long enough. You probably should know what happened in it, but
there's also there was also some things that, like, there were some things he wanted to do that DC wouldn't allow him to do, like some of the characters he wasn't allowed to use that might have made it a better, like, maybe fit some things together a little bit better. So I don't know.
Maybe
I'm gonna have to sit down and watch it. Maybe tomorrow night I'll sit down and watch it.
We were trying to put this together. I haven't seen Aquaman. Did that come out before this?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes. Yeah, so
maybe if
Aquaman,
I had some Momoa context with that.
Yeah, the only thing you need to know from Aquaman is that is the movie that introduces Batman and Aquaman.
Okay, so yes, I figured there was something between them there that happened in the movie, and I was okay with that one. But it was just so. If there was a superhero movie trope, it was in this movie. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, just, every time you turned around, it was something else. It was. Oh boy. Anyways. So although I could watch it on my new couch. We got a new couch.
Yeah, new couches are nice.
It's really nice. We've always wanted a sectional, and we finally found one that was, because we have a townhouse, we don't have that real big room, but we got a nice little low back sectional sofa that fits really well, and
it's a place for you all and the cats to lay.
Yeah, they claim that. That's their couch. Every once in a while they let us sit on it.
Kazi has not really sat on the couch much since we bought this new couch. It's not been his thing.
Yeah, Kit doesn't much. Actually, she prefers her poof. She has a little, like just the foot poof.
Mm-hmm.
She likes that better than anything else. Well, that in her box with a towel in it. She's a weird cat.
No, Kazi's like that in some ways. We have like a box And we cut the top off and put a little
Exactly.
pad in,
That is
and
exactly what we have.
it sits underneath a little table,
It's
and
underneath
I
my
call it
desk.
his apartment, and that's where he goes and hides from us.
Yep.
And then he has his normal perch that's behind us next to the couch. That's where he lays when he wants to be out in the open. But he has spots where he likes to lay where he is hidden from everyone else.
That is exactly what Kit has. She has a box that we cut the top off of, and we put a towel in it, and that's her spot. She just absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
She's a weird one. Favor and Shadow. Anyways, all right, well, let's get into our first story here. The best video games are imaginary. Often they exist completely in our heads or in the dreamy space between their initial announcement and what we finally end up playing. This is where Arkham World exists. Born from a 2011 Video Game Awards gag, the completely fictitious entry in the massively popular Batman Arkham series is now all some fans can talk about. So, if you people are not familiar with Reddit, go look at the Reddit Arkham World sub and read some of that stuff. They have the whole story fleshed out. They have gameplay. It's amazing. So, it just is curious to me that this came out of a gag at an award show, and it just completely took off. It's amazing. If you look, you have to be really careful on Reddit about Arkham. There's a lot of unsavory subs also.
Really?
Oh my goodness. So, what is it? Rule 36, rule 30, 34, 36, whatever it is. If there is if something exists in the world, there is porn about it.
Fair. Oh, fair. I hadn't thought about that.
So yes, there's all kinds of fan fiction. Some of it safe for work, some of it not so safe for work. But I found this really interesting. What it sounds like something would be fun to play.
Yeah,
What do
listen,
you think?
I think if they took Batman and put him into a game that was built more like Shadow of Mordor,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't focus so much on these big name villains that Batman has, like some of them can exist in the game, right? But those aren't who you're fighting regularly. Like you're fighting street level bad guys, right? That
Right.
somewhere up the line work for these different big bads that, you may or may not see. I think that could be a great game.
Yeah, I do too. When I started thinking about that, I was thinking, you know what? Arkham World sounds like it should be a big open world Batman-esque game, MMO style, like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Let's do it in Gotham. Let's do it in that world.
I think the last two games, and maybe more so Arkham City than Arkham Knight, started down that path. Both games are entirely too much on the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But Arkham City was very open.
Arkham City was sort of open. Yeah. The problem with Arkham City was there wasn't enough to do in between.
Yeah. They need to make a Batman game that, Shadow of Mordor, these Assassin's Creed games, like make a big Batman game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think that would be awesome. I agree, 100%. Oh, I took it. All right. So
They could make the bat ship that you have to sail.
And
Batman
we
could
know
run
how
his
much you
own
love
pirate crew.
sailing stuff, so
Yeah. Well, but listen, Arkham Odyssey did make me feel better about sailing ships.
But the bat ship, you would be okay
Oh,
with, right?
yeah, the bat
It
sub.
wants to fly. It's
Yeah, I'll take any of those things. Give Batman a F-22 or something.
it is stealth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
But I'm all for it. I think this is a great idea. I think Warner Brothers should look at this and say, "Ooh, this is something that we could do."
Yeah, and that's sort of it, right? Why doesn't this is taken on a life of its own? Warner Brothers look at this and say, "You know what? People want this. Maybe we should do it." But you don't ever see anything out of them.
And listen, if I was Microsoft, I would figure out how much money I'd have to spend to make this an exclusive to battle with against Spider-Man.
Make an exclusive Xbox game.
Yeah. Listen, maybe you don't even do Batman, right? Warner Brothers may look at this and say, "Hey, we've got Batman down. We don't need any help or whatever. Go get Superman. Go get Wonder Woman." Like,
see, I even think you could do those worlds too, right?
Yeah, get a big superhero that they haven't done a game for, and work that out.
The more I think about that, the more I like that. You could do a Wonder Woman game in Amazonia and play as one of the Amazons.
Listen.
And make it this big, huge open world game.
They could literally
awesome.
steal Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
They could do to that
use
game
the same engine and everything.
What Sony did to Tomb Raider.
Yep.
They could just steal it, reskin it, say, "Hey, here we go."
Absolutely. I think they could. I agree. There you go, Warner Brothers. There's our tip for the week. All right.
Or you know what else they could do if they didn't even want to deal with like fighting with Warner Brothers or anything like that? Go look at the indies. Like, go get it. Go get Invincible. Go get The Boys and do an open world game.
Yeah, pick
with
one of those.
The character from The Boys. Yeah,
pick one of those off comics that nobody's ever heard of. I mean, nobody had ever heard. So honestly, nobody had ever heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. A few of us nerds.
Unless you were a big comic book person.
A few of us nerds knew what it was. Some people that have been into comics know what it was. A little bit more. I mean, I'd heard of it, but I didn't really know that much about it. I'd heard of Star-Lord and that kind of thing. But they took that and made it into, this huge franchise. Mm-hmm. Find another one. Do it. Do Silver Surfer. Do anything, and turn it into a game.
Yeah. They've tried. They did that Avengers game,
and
which was not bad.
I thought, and that one actually was pretty good. That wasn't bad,
especially since I didn't have to pay for it.
Well, there's that.
I enjoy, and I need to go back and play some more. I didn't finish it, but
sir, is the story of our life, right?
I mean, they could do a Thor game that was a play on God of War. Like, they could make some things work.
They could. Hell, do it the other way. Do Loki. We got a TV show, right? That gave you the perfect premise for a video game.
Yeah. All sorts of stuff out there that they could do.
Yep.
Just got to do it.
All right. So I was supposed to have. I took the first one. You were supposed to have. So actually, since this is your wheelhouse, why don't you take the next one?
And just when you think it might be safe to back into the EA waters, they've released Madden 23, which should have been a cause for celebration, but in true typical EA fashion, snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. So what's wrong with Madden, and why are the gamers so pissed? That is a loaded question. And the answer starts in a place that has nothing to do with Madden 23. Madden has not been good, has not been innovative, I don't think, since 2005.
Wow, really?
Which, yeah.
You think it's been that long?
2005 is when the NFL gave sole license for the video game to EA. And they got rid of 2K Sports. And the best thing that ever happened to Madden was the competition.
Yes.
Between them and 2K. And it kept people on their toes. I mean, I remember freshman year of college. We had 2K, 2K, it was 2K, year 2000. And we would argue back and forth about which game was better, Madden or 2K.
Yeah, that debate.
And I love 2K. I was a 2K person.
That debate went actually, I played 2K, and
yeah,
instead of Madden.
Yeah, it's in some ways it felt like the difference between playing like Forza Horizon and Forza. Like it felt like a simulator versus a more arcade game.
Well,
but in some ways
they very mode, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I like. Okay, so yes, I have the reaction times of a sloth. It's just, I don't have those Twitch reactions, and I could actually play 2K.
Yeah, 2K was great. 2K was great. The 2K year, Randy Moss, Chris Carter, there was nothing you could do. You could send those two guys on a cross, and when they crossed each other, you could just take your pick. One of them was going to be open, and you could drop that ball into one of them. So yeah, I just think EA has taken the easy way out for a long time on this game because they have no competition.
Because they don't have any competition. People are going to play it. That is a really
people
good
buy
point.
It every year.
And even as bad. So, if you didn't gather from this, the launch of Madden, 20 is it 23?
Yep, 23.
The launch of Madden 23 was just an unmitigated disaster. Glitchy, servers going up and down, not running, the most hilarious punt I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? I get it. Stuff will go wrong, things will break, yada yada yada. EA has more money than they know what to do. They should never have an issue with servers being down. They should never have an issue with games coming to the market that aren't ready to come to the market. They have the funds.
This wasn't done. There isn't any doubt that this was not done. There's just, and that's a good point. That is true. This, for as big as EA is, this is your flagship product. This is it. Madden is your Madden.
They don't have a Call of Duty.
They don't.
This is it.
Yeah, this is your product, and it was horrible. I know a lot of people said it was basically unplayable. That you would select somebody and press, was it A or whatever, you would press the buttons and it would throw it to the wrong guy, which is sort of hilarious, but just really bad, and they're getting hammered.
This is the year after Madden died.
Oh, well, that's another point that we're going to bring up here in a second.
Like, y'all can't get the game right in memory of the dude who came up with the idea.
Not only that, they put the worst tribute you can ever have to a person in this game.
Oh, no.
That
No, not an awful tribute.
that thing that they did with him being carried off the field, and it's awful.
Oh well. Okay,
It's
I haven't
awful.
seen it, but I am going to defend it solely based off one of the most iconic videos of John Madden is the team
I
carrying him off the field
I
after
I
they win the Super
I
Bowl.
know, but it's poorly done.
Oh,
It's just bad.
that's a shame. That's a shame. And what's also a shame is that they have the rights to make this game through 2025.
And they're so EA is a big company. They have the resources. This is your I'm going to say it again.
Laziness.
This is your
Lazy.
flagship product. This has to
Lazy.
be perfect when it comes out.
Yeah, so and this is I think the problem with sports games is that the way they do these contracts, there is no real competition.
Yeah.
Right? So baseball got, and I don't know if baseball ended the contract with 2K or if 2K just realized they weren't selling.
They weren't going to beat the show.
Yeah. And, you know, the show is now on all platforms, which is nice. I don't know how Sony feels about that, but,
right. But,
you know, really the only games people care about well, there are, I'm sure, people that play NHL.
mm-hmm.
But it's like FIFA.
FIFA's the only soccer.
And Madden.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Those
it.
are the biggies. Yeah, because any of the two, is there still NBA 2K?
I think they stopped making that too. I know they. Oh yeah.
Is
Yep.
it?
Yep, it's coming out. I was typing it, and it gave me the little preview
I only had a
of
thought
my
and I lost
result,
it.
and then
What was I
it
going to
ran
say?
away. But yeah, it is apparently still coming out.
Oh yeah. By the way, you can't make Derrick Henry a white guy either. That's just
What?
it doesn't. If you haven't seen that,
No.
oh my God, Derrick Henry was a white torso. It's bad. Just
I mean, Derrick Henry's not even a light skinned man.
no,
like
he's not. Yeah.
Well,
You know, the same coach 5 times in the coach's huddle. It just so many glitches. It's just really bad. I was going to say something else too. I forgot what.
September 9th, the 2K23 comes out. So yeah, they are still, and people play. I think EA may have given up on their NBA game. They used to have NBA Live. I think that game went away because they couldn't keep up with 2K.
Right.
So,
yeah, just you know, and then this is just we go through this all the time with them. It's just typical EA, just so poorly managed.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching, and I think I sent it to you and Alex. I watched a video the other day of a guy playing the last Medal of Honor game. It was the modern Medal of Honor game. He was playing it in 4K, and it was so beautiful, and it played so well. And it's just like y'all shelve that game.
Yes.
And to enable you to keep making Battlefield and try to bring Battlefield to the modern age. And Battlefield, as nice as it is, I think it plays too much like a simulator, and it's just never caught on.
Right.
Like people always look at Battlefield and be like, "Ooh, that looks nice, very realistic," but man, it's hard to get kills in Battlefield.
So I wonder sometimes, can they make a game too realistic? Can it look too realistic? Does it take away from it?
Yeah. I don't know if it takes away from it. I think from a graphical standpoint, I don't think that's an issue. from a mechanic standpoint, yes, I think you can make a game too realistic and therefore make it too hard, which is I think has been one of the knocks against Forza.
Well, and that was my
if
problem
you're
with
not
Elden Ring.
if you're not a hardcore racing game guy, Forza and Gran Turismo were really hard to get into because everything was realistic and tight.
You know,
Non-forgiving.
Those racing games are, those two in particular, but in general, those racing games are really hard to play without a wheel.
And I've never played them with a wheel.
I've played at somebody else's house with one. And
yeah,
if you have a wheel, it's a lot better.
Yeah. I guess you know what? I mean, people say the same thing for fighters. Like, it's easier to play a fighter with a fight stick than it is.
Yeah, probably true.
Yeah.
It's because you
can, maybe
you can
not
pound on the board.
Yeah. And the joystick has a different dexterity to it that you don't get in like a controller joystick.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, and there's a lot of, like slamming at the one side or the other, and up and rolling it and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, why don't you go ahead and take the next one too, since
fresh off the success of Uncharted and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, respectively, Sony and Sega are planning film adaptations of even more of their franchises. Deadline reports that Sony is developing Days Gone for the big screen, while Sega says it's developing adaptations of Space Channel 5 and Comic Zone. I don't know Space Channel 5 and Comic Zone. I don't know what those are.
I had never heard of them. I had to go look them up to see what they were.
But Days Gone either feels like The Walking Dead or Easy Rider. Like I don't know what they're going for with that.
Well, that one's coming. That one is in writing, I believe, right now. So that one they are working on, Days Gone. So yeah, I mean, let's just do The Walking Dead basically, because that's what it was, right? And
yeah, we don't need a Walking Dead film. I mean, the amount of zombie films that exist. I mean, I guess you just add another one to the genre.
Add it to the list, but do we? So do we really need just another zombie film? Yeah, I
don't know.
I mean, unless you're gonna, do Shaun of the Dead or something along those lines.
I mean, they're supposed to do an I Am Legend too.
Yeah. Do we need an I Am Legend? I mean, that's like, do we need another John Wick? I don't think so. We do.
Yes, we do. I will hear no slander of John Wick 4. No slander.
So some of the other titles on here are Gran Turismo. How do you make? I mean,
did you see the Need for Speed movie?
Haven't we had a 10 movie franchise already of Gran Turismo? Basically,
yeah. Yep. That's essentially what Fast and Furious was.
Honestly, Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, not me. I'm fine. Yeah, I'll do that. Jack and Daxter. Again. Okay.
Like, that could be a good kids animated movie. That could work.
Yep. The Last of Us.
That's a TV show.
Yep. God of War.
I am interested to see how that TV show shakes out.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. That might be be interesting.
I think the only way it really works is that you have to have, I can't remember the girl's name, but she has to be a teenager in the show. Like, I don't think it works with him dragging a little kid through zombie infested.
So you want to do 2?
Yeah. But 2, is Joel in 2?
No. Is he? No.
I didn't play it.
No, that's the whole point of it, right? Is
yeah, so I don't think that works.
She's
I
trying
think
to
you
get
need
revenge
Joel
for that.
But I don't think the dynamic works with the little kid. So
yeah.
I
the other
don't
one
know.
was God of War and as much as I love God of War, I don't see how you turn that into a movie.
We've had Vikings.
Yeah,
We don't need it.
we're basically doing, Assassin's Creed again. And I'm not allowed to show any more Vikings in a video game.
So they are doing her as a child.
Yeah, see, that doesn't do anything. I mean, so basically, again, we've got The Walking Dead. We're dragging a kid through a zombie-infested world with other groups of bad guys. Yeah, I mean, it's been done. Been done many times. There's a couple other there's Minecraft, which is just, that's dumb. Don't make a movie about Minecraft. Stop it.
You know what, though? It could work as a kid's movie.
Maybe. Well, maybe. Okay, so yeah, if you do it in an animated way, sure. Here's one that I think could be a movie. Five Nights at Freddy's.
They've done some movies of that.
Have they done a movie?
Yeah, I feel like Will made me watch one.
And another one listed as Metal Gear Solid. I mean,
that could be good. I mean, you can always get away with a good military shooter.
So yeah, you do the military shooter. You basically are going to do any war movie that's, do the Dirty Dozen and put those 4 characters in it. Then you're going to have a movie, right?
What's old girl's Ghost? Is that the girl's name?
Is her name Ghost?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. So yeah, as long as they play their character that they played in a game, yeah, sure, we'll sign up for that one. But it's basically going to be a war movie that's been done 1,000 times, right?
Right.
So, is there anything that you can think of that you think would make a good movie? I have one.
Hey, I got one. Give me a Miles movie. Like live action, not the cartoon. Live action.
Okay, yeah, do a Spider-Man movie with Miles. That would be great. Mine is Borderlands. Do a live action Borderlands movie. That would be cool. I mean, yes, we've had
Western meets Fast and the Furious.
Yes, Western meets Mad Max. Or what is it?
I could see that.
Westworld meets Mad Max.
I could see that.
That would be fun. Yeah. That might not be so bad.
That could be good.
Alrighty.
I mean, one might argue that Westworld really is Borderlands.
Sorta, yeah. Yeah, sorta.
Sorta, kinda.
Sorta, kinda. Hi. Sony again. Oh my god. Sony is facing legal action in the UK with a new collective action suit claiming that the company has ripped people off by taking a 30% cut on all transactions made on the PlayStation Store. Sony, just like Microsoft and Valve, Steam, and Apple, has long taken this cut from purchases on its store, but consumer rights activist Alex Neil, who is a pain in the ass guy who likes to sue people.
Alex Neil is out here doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. Is claiming that this is a breach of consumer rights. Speaking to Sky News, Neil explained that Sony is abusing its market share to impose unfair conditions on games publishers, which in turn is raising prices for consumers. And if that wasn't bad enough, Sony announced this week that the price of the PS5 is, well, it's been out a couple years now, right? Time for the price to go down? No. In typical Sony fashion, they are raising the price of the PS5.
Yo, the price is going up before people even have had a good opportunity to get their hands on it. Yeah, so a couple things about this. One thing that I do not understand are the Sony fans who are backing Sony on the price hike.
No idea. This is dumb. This is every in any way that you can possibly look at this from Sony's perspective. This is dumb. You're alienating your clients.
Are they though? I mean, listen, I don't know about y'all over there. I don't buy Sony consoles like that. And my beloved Microsoft would never do such a thing to its fan base.
You know, I sort of believe that.
Matter of fact, Phil came out and said, "We ain't doing it."
Yes. Microsoft's response
like,
was, "We will not be raising the price of
this. We won't be doing it." But you know, I've always been on that. I think Sony has to take more fiscal care than Microsoft does.
That is true, but if you were going to take the hit from the hardware, you can't then go and raise the price.
Well, but I wonder.
It's just bad optics.
It is bad optics, but what I'd be interested in seeing is, with the price hike, do we now begin to see more consoles in the market because they may not be losing money on the console anymore?
Maybe.
Also interesting is that price hike doesn't impact the U.S.
That's true.
I was really surprised that they didn't hike the price in the United States.
So yes, that's not here yet.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're. So part of me thinks maybe they're floating the balloon to see, you know, how well it goes. You know, people are going to grumble initially, but if they still have the demand like they do.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay it.
Well, 100 pounds or whatever it was.
It's 100 pounds more?
I think it's $100 more, yeah. 100 pounds.
So that's
whatever it is.
That's $125?
About
more?
Well,
in US.
Actually, the British pound and the US dollar are almost even right now.
Hey, now's the time to take a trip to England. Yeah.
But yes.
Well, the British pound is taking a beating post Brexit.
Yep.
I think.
Yes, it has. Well, that and the pandemic and everything else. It just it got hammered, and it doesn't have the EU to back it anymore. So
the who? Oh, the EU. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, on the first half of that though, so Alex Neil is your typical class action ambulance chaser. If he sees something that he feels he can make, couple mil off of by bringing the class action suit, he's going to do that. This is just his latest one. Everybody does this. We've talked about this several times about the cut that Apple takes and the cut that, Valve takes and all that. This isn't anything new. Sony's the same as everybody else. It's just, I almost feel like it's not a story and they'll just pay him to go away. So, but I wonder, so since this is a class action suit, anybody
can't pay him to go away.
Anybody that's bought something from the store, what are they going to do? Give you a 12-cent credit or what? I
have to give you like $5 or $6.
I mean,
in Sony money.
Yeah, it's just it's sort of like, is it worth all this hassle?
But here's the thing. Even though the payout might be low, the settlement could include some changes to business practice.
Maybe. Although I think the bill that's in Congress right now could probably change that a lot more than anything any lawsuit could. So if you don't know, there's a bill in Congress now to stop the practice of exclusivity for purchasing platforms. So basically, Apple would have to let people sell third party on their platform. Amazon would have to let people sell third party without using Amazon, without taking they wouldn't be able to give them preference from selling on Amazon. Same with Apple. They wouldn't be able to say, hey, here's the Apple one, it's better. They just would have to present them. So it's an interesting bill. Done a lot of reading about it.
I don't like the idea of the government telling the company how they have to allow people to use their platform.
I sort of agree. I mean, if you don't like it, don't use it. I understand that it's...
There are some exceptions to that. Like, I am not upset that the UK is telling Apple that they need to go to the USB-C and standardize plugs across all devices. Like, that doesn't irk me, right? But I am perturbed that you're going to tell somebody how they have to accept payment. If you're going to do that, then Walmart should have to take Apple Pay.
I agree with you 100%.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I should be able to use PayPal wherever I go.
Do you know when you go to the gas station, you can use Apple Pay? It is the greatest thing ever. I do not have to. I don't have to put my card in. I don't have to do a pin. I don't have to touch that thing. I don't just not hold your phone up.
Do you use your phone or do you use your watch?
Use my phone. I haven't tried my watch. Oh, that's good. I haven't tried my watch. I'll try that. But yeah, it's great. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, off the tangent.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So, but even with like the whole connector thing, like that's Apple, right? It's always been Apple. They've changed their connector 37 times in the last 3 years. It's they don't even have the same connector on different devices.
Yeah, I am for that whole USB-C thing.
I love USB-C. I don't have to. It goes both ways. I mean, it's compact and small, but not ridiculous like the micro USB was. Yeah, I love the form factor. That's not the point. The point is, I don't think you should tell Apple that they have to do it.
Yeah,
I should think the pressure from their consumers, hopefully they've gotten that message from the consumers that, hey, we hate this crap of having 37 cables. So what do? They put a USB-C on their charger, which is the little brick they give you has a USB-C connector on it. So it only works with their stupid. And then they put the USB-C on the MagSafe.
Yeah, but I think this is going to require them to go USB-C to USB-C at both ends.
Good. For me, good. I doesn't bother me at all. All right. Well, that was our last story. Did you have any games?
No.
To review? I haven't
played anything in weeks.
I haven't played anything in World of Warcraft in a couple of weeks. Things have been sort of crazy and hectic.
Do have a thing for our audience. Apparently tomorrow, Amazon Prime will be giving away Shadow of Mordor for free.
Ooh, there you go.
So if you have, that was a game I gave up on, because it's hard.
It's hard. Huge open world. Have fun. Kill it. My wife is playing a game. Maybe I'll get her thoughts and give that as a.
What's she playing?
What's it called? Dinkum.
Haven't heard of that one.
Basically, it's Stardew Valley. It's
okay. But Stardew's good stuff.
But looks a lot of fun. Looks very similar to that. Sort of in between of one of these survival games and Stardew Valley. So maybe I'll let her get a few hours in and then give me her thoughts on it. We'll
tell Beck come be a guest on the show.
Oh, I keep trying. Death.
Shake her head
You know how it is.
violently.
You know how it is when you start a new game and you've died 262 times in the first 10 minutes. Yep.
Tell her she should try Slay the Spire.
I'll try. I'll see if I can get her to play that one. Alrighty, folks. Well, thanks for listening. If you'd like to reach out and contribute to the show in any way, please email us at joystickandmouse.com. Or, I'm sorry, joystickandmouse@gmail.com. You can want to follow us or find out anything about the show, head over to joystickandmouse.com. And you can go to shop.joystickandmouse.com to check out the merchandise, get the great shirts are awesome. They're really nice quality tees that has held up really well. So be sure to subscribe while you're over there. Leave us a 5-star rating on iTunes if you enjoyed the show. And until next time,
take it easy, folks.
And we'll see you later, folks. Bye now.
If you like this show, check out more great content at incastmedianetwork.com.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
And that's wrap.
I'm not going to make it to the gym tonight.
See, if I don't go down right after work, I'm done. I have to do it just right then, or it doesn't happen.
I'm tired.
I'm doing pretty good though. I've lost 20 pounds so far.
Nice. Good for you.
I got about 20 more to go.
For you. Be out here skinny Don.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think we'll get quite the skinny, but
Slim Don.
I'll tell you what, I've been surprised at how much a difference 20 pounds makes.
20 pounds is a lot.
Yeah, every time Beck and I talk about this, it's like, just think about carrying around 20 packs of butter.
20 packs of butter. It'll weigh on you.
Definitely. I've been doing I've just been basically counting calories.
Yeah.
Got the Lose It app, put in you gotta be diligent about it though. You gotta put in everything that you eat.
You gotta weigh it, put it in.
Yep.
Did you buy a food scale? Yep.
You know, the killer is cereal. They say a cup of cereal or, so many grams.
A cup of cereal ain't that much.
It's not very much. So, yes, I had these cereal bowls from Target. You started looking at me and thinking, it was like 3 cups of cereal. No,
yeah, 3 or 4 cups. You're like, yo, I am really breaking. Like, you're really better with a cup of oatmeal than you are a cup of cereal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And that was one of the reasons I got the scale, was because I could tell exactly how much it was.
Hmm. Yep. So nice.
But we'll see.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to see if I can catch the end of Serena playing at the U.S. Open.
Oh, yeah. Does that start today?
On her farewell? Yeah. Yeah, match might be over. I don't know, but let's see. Yeah, I think it would be great if she could win the U.S. Open. But, like, if she wins the U.S. Open, somebody put in the fix.
Yeah, it's almost too good, isn't it?
Hey, but who knows? Maybe she'll go on a run. Maybe an underdog will take out some of the big challengers.
Yeah, every once in a while somebody gets in a roll, right? Well, the girl at the Australian Open, she rolled through until the finals, right?
Listen, I would be elated if she broke the record on her last tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll be cool.
We'll see. I mean, either way, I think she's the greatest tennis player ever. But
God, yes, ever, in either side, either side.
Either side, yeah. But it's always good to have all the records.
Yep.
I hadn't thought about she started playing when she was 14.
Really?
She has been playing for 27 years.
Yeah, but actually, I think that's a little late. She's been
no. I think she started professionally at 14.
Oh.
Yeah. Not in general, but She has been an active professional since 2014.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Since
she was 14.
Wow.
Yeah, 27 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, she has it all, right? Speed, power, quickness, all of it.
Yeah. So we shall see. We shall see. I'll be keeping my ears glued to see how it turns out. And maybe tomorrow I'll turn on Zack Snyder in the background while I'm working in Access, teaching myself how to do things.
In Access?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's something. My client wanted this database, and she said, "You're handy. You've got a tech thumb. Do you think you could?" I was like, "Well, I've used Access before. I've built some things in Access before. It was a long time ago."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was joking with Vanessa. I said, I keep getting these additions that they want, and it's almost like they think I'm an Access person, but I'm not. So YouTube
great.
and Google have been my saving graces.
Nobody knows. See, this is I talk about this before in the programming world. I don't care what languages you know. When I interview a programmer, I don't care. I don't care what you've done. All I care, tell me about your thought process and how you go about tackling a problem. Languages, you can Google language, how to do it. Syntax is syntax. I don't care if you've done Python or Perl or Java or .NET or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tell me you can work through a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Google's your friend. I don't remember anything anymore.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, that is fair advice. I think for anything.
Yes.
Like, yep. Don't tell me what you are trained to do. Tell me how you attack a problem. Yeah, no. I think it's why more companies are going through that whole practical application interview process.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, I need to see that you can do a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last interview I went to, that's what it was. Was a company out in Reston. I went for an architect position.
It's probably one of the big problems in the business world is that people don't know how to ask good interview questions. And so you don't really end up figuring out what you need.
Yeah.
Or you don't figure out ensuring that the person you're hiring can do what you need them to do.
Right. I think that's also a problem in the education system is they don't teach you how to solve problems.
Yeah. Yeah. They teach you to take a test.
Yep. Well, yeah, don't get me started about that. They want us all to get a certification, Security Plus, and I'm like, I can sit and learn all the acronyms if I have to, but they want.
I think my dad had to get Security Plus.
It's so stupid. It isn't. I went through one of the classes, and literally, they want you to learn. They did not teach me a single thing. They just wanted me to learn the acronyms. What they matched. It was.
Yeah. Well, all right.
All right, man. I will post this up
Yeah, if you decide to take a run down for Jamaican, let me know.
Yeah, maybe when Tim's here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, her
The other
brother's name is Tim.
Yeah. Y'all could come and get Jamaican
Because he
and then you
likes
could
Jamaican.
go over to Alamo. He likes what?
He likes Jamaican.
Mm-hmm. And then you could go over to Alamo and see Top Gun if it's still playing in movie theaters.
Yeah, maybe that might be a good thing to do too. Although I think I'd rather go see it at Uber.
Yeah, you won't see it in IMAX at whatchamacallit, but I mean, you'll get a screen that's pretty. You can get a screen.
Yeah.
It is still playing at Uvar, but it's just not playing every day. So you got to just make sure it's on the schedule for when you want to go.
Yeah, that's anything.
They don't give you any concessions in there. You don't get food.
No.
It's a 2 hour and some odd 2.5 hour movie. You might want food.
True.
I mean, you got time.
That is the nice thing about
Yeah, Udvar is still, even though it's a movie theater in there, it's still a museum. They ain't giving you food.
That's true.
No concessions.
That's true. All right, man.
All right.
I'm gonna get out of here. Night. Have a good one. Talk to you later.
You too. Later.
Bye.